Hi there, Robin here, and in this video we're going to be talking about the Presonus Studio 26C. This is an audio interface labeled as a 2x4. What does that mean? It means it's got two channels going from it to your computer, and it's also going to have four channels coming back from the actual computer into the audio interface. You're going to have some great options with that. You can now have backtrack. You can layer your recordings. You can run a live stream with that as well. You can do all kinds of things. Plus, it gives you the ability to listen to your audio interface either directly from the unit or through the actual computer. So we're actually using the Studio 26C today to do the recording. How do we have this broken up? We have an actual Marantz NPM 1000 condenser microphone, which is placed roughly about 4 inches away from me. And then we're going to be plugging that in via an XLR cable into the Presonus. That goes off to my laptop, and then today we are going to be using Audacity, not to make it complicated. And that's exactly how we're going to get this audio set up, so this way you can have a good listen to it. Now we're going to cover all the features on the unit. On the front side, we have two combo jacks. So we've got line 1, line 2, with gain controls for line 1 and line 2 located right off into this side here. I am plugged into line 1. I'm using an XLR cable because I'm using a condenser microphone. And for that to work, I do have the phantom power on. That's that 48V right here. As well, we have a second one. It's another combo jack. Again, now you can actually see there's a 1/4 inch option there and a 3-pin XLR option in the same jack. If I wanted to plug in a string instrument like a guitar or a bass guitar, something like that, you'd want to use a 1/4 inch. Now it's unbalanced, of course, because it's a guitar. We're going to be able to plug that right into here. And because we're using that type, we're going to press the actual line button at the bottom here, which will turn blue. If we're plugging in anything else besides that, pretty much think of everything you have that's not a stringed instrument, well, then you'll press that line button, and then it'll set the impedance properly for that piece of hardware. So you can have two channels. This way you can capture everything in stereo, or if you need to record two microphones simultaneously, or a microphone and a guitar. Those are great options to have, and that's pretty much where you really want to start off with a piece of hardware. Next to that, we do, as you can see, you see some meters jumping up and down. We've got a 4-stage meter. So it goes from minus 24 dB, then minus 12, then minus 6, and then 0. That's unity for the actual audio interface. Both channels have their own independent. Right now I'm only using one, so of course you only see the first one going up and down. Then after that, you do have your main output. That is referenced to this knob here. Now we're going to take a look at the back in a second. We'll see how that all lines up. But what's going on is I can control the actual audio out of here into, let's say, a speaker, or into a separate room for some studio monitors that people are going to be monitoring. Or if I'm going to be using this in conjunction with a mixer and I need to separate my live stream versus what's being broadcasted in-house, I can do that using that option right there. Now the last two buttons on the side, the top one is monitor. It allows you to monitor what you're actually doing. If I turn that off, I no longer hear myself anymore. And if I turn that on, of course, now I can hear myself on the headphones. Headphone adjustment is located right here. So right here, this is button AB. This is a very important button. This is the difference between this and a regular audio interface that's just 2x2. When you have a 2x4 audio interface, you now get to have the option of either track 1 and 2 playing back into the audio interface, or you can choose track 3 and 4 to come back in, and you would use that button to select. It also allows you the ability to listen to yourself live if that's what you choose to have. It's also a good way if you want to be able to just listen to a specific track or playback. You don't have to listen to everything you have on your computer playing real time. So that's what that option right there is about. Now remember, you can use it with or without conjunction of the monitor. You can listen to just, let's say, the backtrack on channel 3 and 4 and not have the monitor on, which means you're just going to listen to what's playing and you're not going to have your microphone live on your actual headphones. So using these two in conjunction gives you an awful lot of options. So let's turn this unit around and see all the other plug options in the back. So when we have a look at the back of the actual unit, you're now looking at it from the back, and we do see that we have our USB connection. Both cables are included, so you don't have to worry about which USB-C connection you're going to need, regardless if it's for a Mac or a PC. It's going to be there for you. Again, both cables come with the unit. Next to the USB-C, we have our MIDI in and out option. These are for our pads, our controllers, anything that we want to plug in and have control of, you can do that, put it in line with what's going on. Remember, this is for data information, it's not for audio, so all your other equipment is going to still have to be piped in separately. Next to that, we've got some 1/4 inch inputs, which are balanced and unbalanced as your option. So with here, we have our main output, which is also channel 1 and 2, and that's going to be our out. Then you have your line out option on the side, which is channel 3 and 4. So again, you do have options for how you get to listen to what's going on off the backside. So again, main output, 1 and 2, left and right, and then you have your line output, which is 3 and 4. So again, if you need to run this off to speakers, you can certainly use the main output to have control over that. If you want to control an output that's finished and you want to run that back into, let's say, a mixer, you can do that on channel 3 and 4. And at the very end, we have our headphone jack, which again, controlled from the front right here. Main output, that's controlled from the front coming out of here. For the box itself, you're looking at a metal structured box, really well built. Everything is secured down, proper screws everywhere. They didn't skimp on any part of this actual unit. I really like the craftsmanship of it. It's built really well. And of course, that's just on the outside. On the inside, so when it comes to the actual system, I mean, you're running 192 kilohertz at 24 bits. They use a VMAX preamp system, which is very important because if you're going to have that much quality coming out of the unit into your computer, you better have some really good preamps running the actual system. And that's exactly what's going on here. Everything else is to make it as easy as possible to use. And that's real important because once you actually set this up for yourself and you're comfortable running it and you've gotten it dialed in, you're not going to be touching the knobs that much. I'll be honest, once you have it set up the way you like, you're pretty much going to, set it and forget it kind of thing. The rest of it will take place on your computer. So that pretty much covers everything. Again, as brands go, Presonus, one of the top brands you can go out there and buy for a reasonable price. It comes with a great warranty package, and it looks great when you buy it. The box and packaging is perfect, and the company really stands behind their product. Now, remember, very important when you buy this and bring it home the first time, you are going to want to go off to their website and you're going to want to download the driver package that's available. So if you go to the actual Presonus' website and then you follow the instructions, get to the Studio 26C, you can get down to the software package that's going to allow you to operate this properly on your software on your computer. Now, they do include a whole bunch of additional software with it. When you buy the machine, you're actually going to get a Studio Magic plugin suite, which covers a whole bunch of different software that is always being modified and updated. But real important is that you don't have to go out and buy another software package just to make this work. And remember, it does work on PCs and Macs. So that wraps up today's video on the Presonus Studio 26C. I hope this helped you out in your buying decision. Maybe we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.